morning. I am Lalitha Lakshmi. I have taken my demo video on the topic the cardiovascular system. So, what is cardiovascular system? This is the circulatory system that takes place inside the heart, and it also involves other body organs. What this cardiovascular system actually do is it removes the waste and harmful substance that is being produced in our body for the proper and healthy functioning of our tissues. And this cardiovascular system is also called as the circulatory system and the blood vascular system. And the cardiovascular system is also responsible for transporting gases, nutrients, hormones, and cellular water products. And the blood vascular system involves three interrelated components, that is the blood, the heart, and the blood vessels. So what is blood? Blood is actually a connective tissue and it is made up of plasma and the formed elements. And those formed elements are the platelets, the red blood cells, and the white blood cells. And what is blood vessels and what actually these blood vessels do? These blood vessels are the connection between the heart and the other body organs. Through these blood vessels only the blood passes. These blood vessels are of three types, that is the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. Where actually the heart is positioned? The heart is mainly situated in between the two lungs placed in the thoracic region. So this is a thoracic region. In between the right and the left lung, the heart is situated, and this heart is slightly tilted to the left lung. So this is the position of heart. And how does these heart is originated? So during the embryonic development, the embryo undergoes the process of gastrulation. So during this process, it forms the major three germ layers, that is the ectoderm, endoderm, and the mesoderm. Each germ layer is responsible for the development of body organs. So the heart is mainly originated from the mesoderm. So what are the layers present in our heart? Heart has a major protective and surrounding layer called a pericardium, and after to the pericardium there is a layer called serous epicardium. So in between these layers there is a cavity called a pericardial cavity, and this cavity has a fluid called a pericardial fluid. What does this pericardial fluid do? This pericardial fluid reduces and maintains the friction that is happening between the pericardium and the epicardium. And after to the epicardium, there is a layer called the middle myocardium. So this is a very, very important layer because the heart is 95% made up of the heart muscle called myocardium, and this involves the contraction and relaxation of the heart muscle. And after to the middle myocardium, there is the inner layer called an endocardium. And coming to the chambers of the heart, how many chambers are actually present in our heart? There are actually 4 chambers that is present in our heart, that is the right atrium, the right ventricle, the left atrium, and the left ventricle. So what are the valves that is present in our heart? Heart mainly has tricuspid valve. This valve is present between the right atrium and the right ventricle, and the left side of the heart has the left atrium and the left ventricle. In between these two, bicuspid valve is present. Pulmonary valve actually acts as an exit of blood from left ventricle to pulmonary artery, and the aortic valve acts as an exit of blood from left ventricle to the aorta, and these are the main 4 valves that is present inside the heart. And coming to the circulation of heart, so the deoxygenated blood from the other body organ is collected through the superior and inferior vena cava, and now the deoxygenated blood enters into the right atrium. So from the right atrium, it enters into the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve, and from the right ventricle, it enters into the pulmonary artery through the pulmonary valve. So if you see the right side of the heart actually represented in the blue color in this picture. So this represents the deoxygenated blood. So after enter into the pulmonary artery, the deoxygenated blood enters into the lungs for the purification of blood. And how does this purification take place inside the lungs? Lungs actually has a structure called alveolus. So this alveolus involves in the process called gas exchange. So this gas exchange takes place inside the alveolus. So this alveolus has the alveolar sac. So as the blood passes to the pulmonary artery, the deoxygenated blood as it contains the carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is absorbed by the alveolar sac by the process called simple diffusion. So as the carbon dioxide is absorbed, the blood should replaced by oxygen. So now the blood is purified and it becomes oxygenated. So from the lungs, the oxygenated blood enters into the left side of the heart through the pulmonary veins. So now the blood enters into the left atrium. Now the left side of the heart should has the oxygenated and purified blood. So from the left atrium, the oxygenated blood enters into the left ventricle through the mitral or bicuspid valve. So now the purified blood entered into the left ventricle. So now the left side of the ventricle should exert a high pressure so that from the left ventricle it enters into the aorta through the aortic valve. So from the aorta, the purified and oxygenated blood passes to all other body organs. So this is the circulation of blood, and for the one cardiac cycle, it takes about 0.8 seconds. Okay, and also the opening and closure of the valves that is present in our heart experiences the lub and dub sound of the heart. So this is the circulation of heart, and with this I complete my demo video, and thank you so much.